Hey guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steff. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Guys, I apologize if there is a shadow in this intro. The sun is rising and it is hitting me in the face. That's why I'm angled a little bit differently here. But anyway, we'll get through it. Let's get started. Today is all about the brand new Jaclyn Cosmetics complexion products. I picked up the new skin tint and I also picked up her new concealer. And where did I put the concealer? Here we go, here it is. So I'm going to be giving these two items a 2-day, 10-hour wear test. We're going to see if these are worth your money. The skin tint retails for $34 and it comes in 12 different shades. And the concealer retails for $26 and it comes in 35 different shades. So this is day 2 actually when I'm filming this intro. So I do have it on already. And just spoiler alert, I did run into some issues. There are some problems, but hopefully we can get through it, and that way we'll see. We'll see if these products are indeed worth picking up. You're gonna want to stay tuned. It's a very interesting video. So let me go ahead and dive into the skin tint. The technical name of this is Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint, and I picked up the shade Fair Light in this one. Now, I watched Jaclyn's IGTV when she was talking about both products, and the skin tint is, the reason why it comes in 12 different shades is because the shades are very forgiving. So it's not meant to add coverage. It's not going to be like medium to full coverage, anything like that. It is a skin tint, and it's just meant to blur imperfections, and it's meant to just even out the skin tone. So that is why the shade range is so limited on it. Again, it does retail for $34. I just want to read some quick call outs, special things about this new product. It is going to provide sheer coverage. It says it's going to smooth and blur the skin's appearance for a natural finish. I love a natural finish when it comes to skin tints and foundations. It says if you notice a little extra space at the bottom of the blurring tint, that's because it is an airless pump, and I will say I do love the packaging. The packaging on this is really nice. I wish a lot more foundations would come with this type of packaging. I love it when my skincare comes with this type of packaging as well. Now, one of the key ingredients is called beta glucan, which is going to visibly improve skin tone, while sodium hyaluronate is going to draw in moisture and hydration. I am 39 years old and I am a normal to oily skin type. I like foundations that do provide a natural finish. I want to be matte in my T-zone. My nose is the oiliest place on my face, but I want to have a nice glow going on everywhere else. I tend to go more for medium coverage, but guys, skin tints are everywhere right now, and I just love trying foundation. If it is your first time on my channel, first and foremost, welcome. I am going to link my foundation playlist in a pinned comment of this video in case you want to check them out. This is already the 7th or 8th foundation skin tint that I have tried this year, and we're what, 16, 17 days into 2022, so I think that's a lot. That's a lot of new foundation, and I'm here for it. I love it. It says that this is going to enhance the look of our complexion, and it's going to give us that just woken up glow. So I like that. I like everything I read. I hope that it's going to be able to do all of that stuff. Well, I kind of know if it does that already, but you'll see as the video goes. Let's now talk about the concealer, because the concealer is definitely a little bit different. This one is called Faux Filt'r Perfecting Concealer. This comes in 35 different shades. The shade I decided to pick up is called Fair Neutral, and this one, yeah, this one is Fair Light, and then this one is Fair Neutral, so I thought they were the perfect complements for one another. It does retail for $26. This is going to be medium to full coverage with a matte finish. It says it's going to visibly brighten and blur. It has a buildable formula. It has a doe foot applicator that is designed for precise application. And Jaclyn did say in her IGTV that you can use this both with and without powder. She said sometimes she sets it, sometimes she doesn't, that it's just one of those concealers that's going to camouflage everything, and that it's supposed to pair perfectly with this one. Since this is not really giving you coverage, this will give you that spot concealing, that ability to add coverage to those certain areas of of the complexion where you want that added blurred appearance and to conceal any, you know, maybe redness or blemishes or whatnot. So I can see where they would pair perfectly with one another. So I'm excited. I was excited when she announced this. I find it a little strange that Jaclyn is releasing a skin tint, just because in watching her over the years, Jaclyn loves a full coverage beat. She's always flawless. I mean, just immaculate complexion. So for her to be releasing a skin tint, I thought that was a little odd. I really expected her to give us something medium to full coverage with her first complexion launch. So I was a little taken aback by that. The concealer I think is pretty much on par with what Jaclyn looks for in a concealer. She always does like a matte concealer and she does set it with a ton of powder. So for her to say that you don't have to set this one, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. We'll see if that indeed works or not. But I'm excited for this. I love Jaclyn's complexion. I love the way she does her makeup, but I also know she has amazing lighting, and so don't be too fooled by that either, guys. When you see somebody with a flawless complexion, a lot of the times, you know, especially on a setup like this, for me, for example, I have studio lights going on. When Jaclyn does her IGTVs, when she does her YouTube videos, she has studio lights going on. So a lot of the lighting can drown out a lot of the imperfections. Please keep that in mind. That's why whenever I do my check-ins, I do them with my phone, and I have like that little elf ring light that attaches to the phone. It's nothing fancy, nothing special, and that's how I do my check-ins. Or I try to go outside and do them, but I don't do them in studio lighting, just so that you can see what my skin really looks like. So another thing that I found a little strange with this release is that Jaclyn didn't do a dedicated YouTube video for it, and she usually does that. Now, she did say in her IGTV where she was demonstrating these products that the reason why she didn't do a YouTube video is because she feels IGTV is a little bit more personal and she wanted just to quickly show us how the products worked. But I've been watching Jaclyn for a while, and every time she releases something, she always goes on her YouTube channel to show it off. So I don't know, I just thought that was a little interesting. You can make your own assumptions or whatever from that, but I was just I even went to YouTube to try and look for a video so I can see the shades and all of that. She didn't have it. It wasn't there. I know she's been doing a lot of lifestyle videos, so I don't know, maybe that's why, but I did watch her IGTV, and so I think I have a better idea, a better understanding of how these products work. So I'm going to be trying them out on day one. You're going to see me wear this by itself. I'm not going to be wearing this with any primer, powder, setting spray, just the concealer without setting it, and the skin tint without setting it. And then on day two, I obviously have it on the way I would do my traditional makeup routine. Normally, I don't film both applications. I only do the day one application, but today I needed to film day two because day one didn't go so well. So if you guys want to see how these new Jaclyn Cosmetics complexion products wore on my 39-year-old normal to oily skin, keep on watching. Alright guys, let's jump into this new Jaclyn skin tint. I am wearing the shade, what shade did I pick up again? Fair Light. Yes, Fair Light, and then in the concealer, Fair Neutral. I love the packaging of this. First and foremost, love it. I love the airtight component. It's plastic, but it's still cute. I love it. So since this is gonna be a very sheer formula, I did 3 pumps. 3 pumps. I'm going to do one side with a brush. I'm going to be using my Anisa Beauty foundation brush, as well as the concealer brush that comes in that little set. And then on the other side, I'll do a damp beauty sponge. Again, this is day one, no primer, no setting powder, nothing like that. I don't even think I'm going to do blush, bronzer, or highlighter. And I am getting ready for work, so I will be wearing a mask pretty much throughout the day. Well, I think the shade is perfect for me. She did say that the shades are very forgiving, which is why there's not an extensive shade range. But the concealer has like over 35 shades. This skin tint is at 12. Well, I definitely see it evening out my skin tone. It says it's going to be blurring as well. We'll see. I always like to have my pores blurred. My fine lines blurred too, or just, you know, erased would be nice. But this is definitely my shade. Definitely. And I always tend to look for neutral undertones or warm undertones. Okay, so here's the right side, and then nothing on this side. I can definitely see there's some coverage there. I guess it is light coverage. I kind of feel like maybe it's a little more than light coverage. What do you guys think? I like it, and I like the shade. I definitely think this is something that's going to even out the skin tone. I can clearly see that. So now I'm going to go in with a damp makeup sponge. This one is from BK Beauty. And let's start stamping. Now, when I was looking up the information for this, I see that it already has bad reviews on Ulta. So, I don't know. I don't know where all those reviews are from. I don't know if it's people that got it in PR or already got it early and have been trying it, but I haven't seen or watched or read any reviews about this product. I tend not to. If I know I'm going to be reviewing something, I want to keep my opinions my own. But I want to say one of you mentioned something, I don't know if it was here on YouTube or on Instagram, that the skin tint wasn't that great. So I'm hoping, I mean, so far it looks okay. So I can definitely see that there's a difference in coverage with the brush versus the sponge. So I'm going to go ahead and stop with the sponge. I will come back and use the sponge, but at the end just to press everything in. So where's my brush? I'm going to go back with the Anisa Beauty brush. I'm just going to see if I can build up this area here. The cheeks is always where I want to build up coverage. I'm just going to add some right in this area. I mean, I'm liking the coverage. I'm liking that this is going to be a natural finish. Right now it looks a little more dewy than a natural finish, but I'm sure it just needs to settle down. I really like how it's applying with the brush too. All right, now I'm just going to press over everything with the damp sponge. Let me take a closer look. Okay, it's looking really makeup-y right here. Almost as if it's breaking apart. Let me see. Maybe it's just the sponge. Ooh, that's not looking that great there. It looks kind of cakey. That's the only area. Everywhere else it looks nice. Maybe this isn't meant to be built up. Probably not, right? Because of the concealer. Okay, well sometimes it just needs a minute to settle. I hope so. Okay, leave that alone. Let's move on to the concealer. So again, Fair Natural in the concealer. I guess I'm just gonna do some here. This is where I would normally do my concealer. And I guess I'll try some here. Why not? Now the concealer is going to provide medium to full coverage with a matte finish. And I'm not putting powder anywhere today. Okay, now let me just press this in. That way I can soak some of it up. I wonder if the concealer is gonna help this area look less cakey. Yeah, that doesn't really look too good. Right in here, and this is where I have some texture and larger pores. Well, maybe I'm understanding those low reviews on Ulta. I didn't read the reviews. I just saw like the stars, and it was like 2.5 stars or something like that, or 3 stars. Doesn't look good. Okay, so I'm not applying any powder today. I'm just kind of pressing over everything. The sponge is, you know, soaking up some of the excess product because I did go in with a little too much concealer, but And normally I wouldn't spot conceal, or I wouldn't use as much concealer as I did, but you know, we're trying them both out. So I just want to see what they're going to look like, especially together. Okay, so this is how the complexion is looking. I'm not very happy with it. So I really don't know. It's still tacky. Like, it still needs to set down. I am not sure how this is gonna go. I'm a little nervous for today. But we'll see, guys. I'll be wearing a mask on and off throughout the day, and I'll do my midday check-in during my lunch break. And of course, when I get home from work, we'll wrap up this day one of this 2-day wear test with the new Jaclyn Cosmetics skin tint and concealer. So I'll see you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, quick update here. So I got to work and looked at myself in the mirror, did not like what I was seeing. So I removed all this part right here, and then I got a little bit on my fingertips, because it does say you can use a brush or your fingertips, and I just blended the skin tint over this area. I didn't remove the concealer under my eye, but definitely what I discovered, less is more with the skin tint. So it definitely is a thicker skin tint. It's probably one of the thickest skin tints I've ever tried, but I can clearly see a difference from this side to this side. This side looks very makeup-y. It looks very cakey, even up here. I think it's because I just used too much, and then I put the concealer, like, no, we can't do that. So I'm definitely going to film the application portion tomorrow's application. I usually don't film day 2 application because I already showed you, in day 1, but seeing as to how, we ran into some trouble this morning, I am going to film tomorrow morning how I apply it. But yeah, less is more. It looks better, but it doesn't look great. So it still feels a little bit tacky. This side that I applied, about an hour and a half ago. But this side does look better. So we'll see how it looks at the midday check-in. And then, of course, at the end of the day, it doesn't look good right now. And yeah, I'm kind of dreading to see what it's going to look like in 9 hours. So stay tuned. All right, guys, this is the 5-hour check-in, and it looks terrible. Terrible, guys. I mean, I'm so glad I'm wearing a mask to cover this up. My face feels so gross. Like, you don't understand. Like, my hair sticks to the side of my face right here. It just feels disgusting. Like, I have never worn a skin tint that feels like this. I mean, I'm in a foundation. Like, this feels like I just need to wash my face. I don't know what it's going to look like when I get home, but I'm going to do that check-in, whether it's 8 hours or 9 hours. I think it's probably going to be around the 9-hour mark, and I'm going to call it quits for today. I am hoping that tomorrow I learned some lessons today. Less is more with both products, because I even think the concealer looks terrible. I'm going to try a different sunscreen, because I did have sunscreen. I mean, I did my normal skincare routine today, guys, and that does include sunscreen. I'm not going to not wear sunscreen in order to make this product look good. And we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'm going to maybe just try using my fingertips tomorrow, and less of everything, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully the setting powder can help this, but this is like coming off like, ugh, no, it is terrible right now, and I'm really anxious to see what it's gonna look like when I get home. Stay tuned. All right, guys, we've come to the 10-hour mark of me trying out these new complexion products from Jaclyn Cosmetics. I have never been more anxious to remove makeup in all my life than I am right now. This looks so ugly. So ugly, so makeup-y, so cakey. It feels terrible on my skin, like everything. Look at my nose. Like, I feel so greasy right now, and I felt like that all day. And then with the mask, you don't know how much I wanted to remove this makeup.
you know, if I had makeup remover wipes at work, I probably would have. But I used the last one this morning, taking this part off to reapply. But even still, even though I went in with a really small amount, it's still gross. It is so gross. I cannot believe that Jaclyn created this. This looks terrible. I don't even know what it's gonna look like tomorrow, but I'm gonna see the wear test through, see the full review through its completion. Maybe a primer. I don't even know at this point what primer I want to try. I guess I'm gonna try a mattifying primer, maybe my Fenty one or that one size. I really don't know, guys, but this just looks and feels terrible. Like, I don't have anything good to say about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna film the application portion in the morning, but look at this. Look. Oh, guys, I'm gonna go wash my face. I will see you all. Well, for me, it'll be tomorrow, but for you guys, in a few seconds.
All right, guys, so round two. I did watch Jaclyn's IGTV last night, and she didn't use a primer, but she did use her fingertips, and she did 1 pump per side of face. So I'm gonna go in with the Fenty. This is the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. And I'm gonna focus this, well, I'm just gonna put it everywhere, especially like right in here, my T-zone where I get the oiliest. And I'm going to do right here, the sides, because this is the area that I noticed a lot of cakiness. I have already done my skincare, which of course includes sunscreen. Now this is a primer I know works for me, has worked for all of my foundations, and I enjoy it very much. So again, Jaclyn did 1 pump per side of her face, and she used her fingertips. And she did say you could use your fingertips, a brush, a sponge. So that's like half a pump. And I'm gonna rub that between my fingertips. And I'm gonna start buffing that into my skin. Now she didn't build this up, so maybe that was my mistake, that I was trying to build it up. I know she said it really wasn't gonna provide coverage, just a blurring and kind of just take away the redness, like neutralize the skin. She did say she's been suffering from rosacea, and it did a good job, I think, of covering the redness that she had on her cheeks. And she did say that she used this both with and without primer. That day, I think she was using it without primer. Okay, it feels a lot better going on with the fingertips. But I can definitely see the difference in coverage. Like, I feel like with the brush yesterday, I got more coverage, but then again, I was adding more to it. Okay, so that's like half a pump. And let me take a closer look. Okay, that looks nothing like it did yesterday. It looks so much better. So much better, but really not a lot of coverage, but that's okay. I mean, it's not supposed to be full coverage or anything like that. Now, she went in with a concealer. She did say this is, again, medium to full coverage, which I knew that already. And she did here, here, and then she did here. Now, she used a damp sponge to blend it out, but she said you could use your fingertips. So I'm gonna try just using my fingertips. I might use a sponge for the cheek. I'm going to take the sponge, just press. I do apply eye cream. That is part of my skincare routine in the morning. And so this is it. It's accentuating my texture, pores. Under my eye area, it looks not that great. She did say you didn't have to set the concealer if you didn't want to, that it sets itself. I'm gonna add powder just because it looked terrible yesterday without it. Yeah, look all in here. It's just sitting on top of my skin. Let me do the other side now. All right, so this is how the left is looking. I think right here, it looks a bit cakey. I don't like this at all. At all, I do not like it. So disappointing. I had very high hopes for this. All right, guys, so now I'm gonna apply setting powder to my under eye area and to my T-zone, and I'm gonna be using a mattifying powder, and this is my favorite Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Loose Finishing Powder. And then for the perimeter of my face, I am gonna go in with some Dior Backstage Powder No Powder. Okay, so now that I did those 3 steps, it still looks bad. And right here, this is the same area as yesterday versus today. I applied a lot less product today and it's still just sitting on top of my skin right here. Yeah, this just doesn't, this is not gonna be for me. I know it's not, but I'm gonna finish off the wear test, guys. I'm not gonna quit. I am gonna be doing the rest of my makeup and I'll come back on during lunch, show you guys what it looks like. And then of course at the end of the day to wrap up this 2-day, 10-hour wear test with these new Jaclyn Cosmetics complexion products. So stay tuned.
All right, guys, this is the 5-hour check-in, like 5.5-hour check-in on this day 2. I will say this looks so much better today than it did yesterday. It kind of calmed itself down from when I initially applied it this morning, and it kind of absorbed into my skin already, but it's still, like, it's accentuating my pores a little bit. Like, it's settled into my pores. I think my forehead looks fantastic. It's just... it looks better, but it doesn't look great, okay? That's what I will give it. I was wearing a mask for about an hour and a half a while ago, so this is the way it's looking. We're definitely in a better place today, but it's still not the best place where we could be. I will check in with you guys at the end of the day to wrap up this 2-day, 10-hour wear test of these new Jaclyn Cosmetics complexion products. Guys, I forgot to mention the concealer is doing just fine under my eye area. Much better today than it wore yesterday. All right, guys, we've come finally to the end of this 2-day, 10-hour wear test with these new Jaclyn Cosmetics complexion products. Guys, I'm going to walk back my statement on 5 times better today. I'm going to say 10 times better today. I actually think it looks all right. It looks all right now. Everything looks all right. The concealer, the skin tint, for being 10 hours, it looks all right. It still looks like it's already kind of coming off around here. And it does look a little makeup-y and through here, but definitely nothing like it did yesterday. This skin tint is a little tricky, and I don't like makeup products that I have to think. You know, I have to think with. I have to do a certain thing in order for them to look good. And I think like with something with the skin tint, it should be really easy. You know, either apply it with your fingertips, your brush, your sponge, whatever you want, whatever your preferred method of application is, and it should look good. You shouldn't have to do things in a special way or use certain products with them in order to make it look great. And so I feel like there's definitely going to be a learning curve when it comes to this product, and that's a shame because it's a skin tint. It's supposed to just be really effortless, really easy. But I definitely think using a really tiny amount, using your fingertips, which I know a lot of you are not going to like that particular method, but that's really going to be the only way to go about using the skin tint. And then, of course, the concealer. I really think the concealer you can use, you know, with a brush, a sponge, your fingertips, whatever you want to do. For me, it worked so much better when I set it with that Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Loose Finishing Powder. So if you're used to setting your concealer, I would most definitely set this one. I didn't like any of this yesterday. I was so disappointed yesterday and even in today into the application, but I think it did a really good job of redeeming itself. It held up much better today. much better today with all of these helping products. This is definitely not going to be a skin tint that I'm going to be able to wear right after I apply my sunscreen and with no powder or no primer, no anything like that. Like, I'm definitely going to have to wear this skin tint with the traditional things that I use to do my makeup with on a daily basis. And for those of you out there who were hoping this was going to be like a quick out the door, one and done, if you're a similar skin type to me, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that. I would most definitely recommend using your favorite primer, your favorite setting powder, whatever you want to do. I don't even know that I want to recommend that you guys try it. I guess if you're a fan of Jaclyn, then yeah, maybe try it. But this was a hard one for me. This was a hard one for me. I was really disappointed. I still can't believe that this is what Jaclyn chose to launch her complexion line with. I really thought we were going to get a medium to full coverage foundation from her, and I would have liked that. I'm hoping to still see that because I somehow think that's going to be a much better formula than this is. To me, the skin tint just doesn't really fit her makeup aesthetic. So I don't know. I don't know if she was just maybe trying to go with the trends on this. I think the concealer is definitely up her alley with it being matte and medium to full coverage, but it's a tricky concealer, and I'm going to keep both products. I'm not going to return them. I'm going to keep using them, wearing them, seeing how they work and all that, and I'll definitely update you guys later on. But as of right now, I don't feel comfortable recommending this to you guys. And again, if you're a fan of Jaclyn, then yeah, you know, you're gonna want to try this product, or if you're just curious about it, yes, you're gonna try this product, and let me know if you have, and let me know what you think if you guys do that, or maybe you've ordered it already. But I would love to hear your feedback on this because I have not seen any reviews on it. I haven't wanted to watch anything. I haven't wanted to read anything. But all I did was read some of your comments that said, you know, you had heard certain things, and I know it doesn't have a good rating on the Ulta Beauty website. So that is all I know. That is all I know, and I guess now I'm going to be able to go watch videos and go read those reviews on it. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you thought of this 2-day 10-hour wear test with these new Jaclyn Cosmetics complexion products. I have 2 foundations on the way to me. One is the powder foundation and one is the new drugstore foundation. Can you guess? Can you guess which ones they are? Leave it in the comments down below if you have any ideas. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.